Hi guys, my name is Tatiana, Life and Glow Wellness. Today in this video I want to show you how I'm creating a mandala, and I decided to combine some petals here with crystals just because I've got some new plants. But these flowers, they lose their petals fairly fast, so I thought it would be nice to include them in this mandala at least. Now for the base chakra, I'm gonna choose here a crystal. Let's see. Well, this one would go to the third chakra. Actually, we can put it off here right away. Maybe like this, just because the shape is easy if it's round. So this is obsidian. I mean, obsidian could be one of the options. I can put it off, and also, yeah, this is, I think, hematite. Actually, it used to be kind of like a heart-shaped crystal, and then it broke, but now it looks a little bit like a flower, so I'll put it here for now. I can always substitute if I want. This would go into the third chakra, maybe like that. This would go here. Second chakra is orange. I mean, this could be an option. I'm not sure. This is kind of like cat's eye, I guess. It feels to me as if it might be not natural, but I just still like it. Let's see how this one goes here. Maybe this one. Okay, yeah, this could be an option. I also have this mukite for the second chakra. It's kind of like also with yellow inclusion, so leading to the third chakra. Let's just put it off for now. And this leopard jasper can be another option. I think just for the picture it might be a little bit too off in terms of shape. Let's see. Okay, so I messed up all the petals here. I think I'm gonna correct them later once everything is done. It's a little bit tricky to shoot at the same time and to also look for crystals. Right, so we have base chakra, second, third, and then the fourth. The fourth I want to go for this nice malachite heart, which I purchased somewhere, probably at a crystal show. I really love it. So this would be turquoise for the fifth chakra. I need a cameraman or something, like a way to shoot, maybe with the overhead. Actually, I have kind of like a device which I connected here to a tripod, but it's a little bit wobbly, so I prefer to shoot right now with this one. All right. This is, by the way, just a small box which I use once in a while for some kind of pictures for Instagram and videos. It's just easier to have it smaller crystals in one place. So let's go for this. Is actually not a bad option. So this is charoite. This would be another one. I mean, I have bigger stones too, but they probably would occupy a little bit too much space. Let's try. I'll just keep this one for now. I mean, if needed, I can change it later. So, and for the top, I could do this one, which would look really nice actually. I'll do it for the picture, but I wanted to use apophyllite instead of clear quartz, so I'm not sure if it's correct actually to direct the pyramid up. It depends what you do the mandala for, but I'll just leave it for now like this. So, and it can also be this one. It's really gorgeous also. Clear quartz I used to not like because I thought kind of like glass, it's quite boring. But once you start working with it, especially in bracelets, you realize, oh wow, like this is a really good stone. Let's try one more time this one. This is obsidian. See, it's a volcanic glass. Probably keep this hematite rather. This kind of adds like a nice pop of the color. But oh, it's like lips. Interesting. I'll keep this one for now. It doesn't really match the shape. Let's try again this one. Tell me guys in the comments which ones you liked more in terms of aesthetics for this mandala. This one actually fits quite well. So I'll keep this one for now because I like the color. I've been craving for orange recently. I'll take a few minutes to even them up, just easier to do with both hands, and then I'll be back to tell you what each stone could be for. So these are my treasures. This rose has been a real pleasure to smell each day. So look at this, so gorgeous. So I'm gonna take one of these ones because they kind of look that they're gonna fall apart very soon. Trust me, tomorrow they will not be here, so it's okay. Oh, it's so beautiful. One more time. Oh, it smells so good. I have a little bit of progress with this alignment. I've got a few more petals and substituted a couple of them. This one I think is a little bit too long, but I'll just leave it at that. So in terms of putting the petals, it was a little bit tricky to figure out which way to direct them in terms of avoiding too many things going on here. So I did it kind of like towards the middle of this seed flower, whatever it's called, sacred geometry pattern. And you can of course experiment. It's more of an aesthetic feel. I really like the way these rose petals smell. The fragrance is still on them, so it's like a special aromatherapy addition to this mandala. Base chakra is hematite, and hematite is really good for grounding. Also, it helps when there's anemia, low irons, which I have a little bit because I don't eat meat, and my food is not probably balanced in a perfect way. So anyways, I meditate for this purpose. And this carnelian is like a classic second chakra crystal, which I highly recommend to everyone. It can come in different shades, as you saw here. There is another one as well. Carnelian is really good for joy, for great mood, and for feminine organs, for second chakra area, for enhancing your vitality. And pyrite is good for success, for focus, which I'm working on, and attracting clients. I need clients, so if you want to become my clients, I'd be very happy to collaborate with you. So this is why we have here pyrite. It's a really cute crystal, small crystal. Just a second. They're so subtle, like this, like babies. Very tender. And malachite here is for the 4th chakra. And malachite is a great stone for different things. If you read Philip Permut, I really love his book. I can put it in the description as well. He gives a lot of qualities to malachite, and what I personally use it for also is for releasing any unneeded patterns in life, because malachite kind of makes you face certain things which are not working very well, and then you deal with them. And it's all especially from the 4th chakra perspective. Now the 5th chakra is turquoise, and even such a tiny crystal actually, guys, can be really effective to work with. I use it a lot, and sometimes I use it as a pocket stone if, for example, I teach or do something like that, together with carnelian, for example, because when you teach, when you give some kind of presentation, you need a lot of energy, and carnelian gives energy, and together with turquoise, this is a nice combination for teachers, I find, and for anyone who does social educating work. All right, so, and the 6th chakra is chariot. That's more for intuition. So chariot helps to create some kind of magic in your life, and also to tap into deeper energies and to develop intuition and to understand how to feel the new reality. I'm not sure if I'm putting it in the correct English, but anyways, I highly recommend trying this stone. And the seventh chakra is apophyllite, which is a transformation stone, essentially. It has a lot of other qualities as well, but I use it here for transformation because I really need it. It kind of goes slowly in my case, and I hope that you guys also, even when looking at this mandala, can somehow feel its energy and benefit from it. If you have suggestions which stones you would use for this mandala, if you used this kind of stones, let me know. I'm curious what your choice would be. And as I mentioned, actually, I could also do it here. Let's see, like that. Also very nice, and maybe put an extra stone here, something like that. Well, then I think I would also put a crystal here. It could be obsidian or black tourmaline, maybe. Snowflake obsidian could also work. Anyways, we'll keep it at that. So another version would be to choose hematite and then obsidian here, and then I'll put clear quartz here and then apophyllite on top of it. Maybe I can also choose, I guess this could be a good option. I mean, you cannot do it forever. You just, at some point, you just have to say it's enough. It's already good. Actually, this also looks quite beautiful. It's a little bit, quite a lot is going on here. I like this one too. So here we could also add amethyst as a classic combination. Amethyst can be 6th chakra stone or 7th chakra stone. I have amethyst here in a very beautiful shape, but it's kind of a little bit strange for this small mandala, so I'll just keep it at that. I was going to do only one, but then somehow got carried away. Remember that at some point you have to stop when you're creating mandalas and say that it's already beautiful enough. Like the video if you enjoyed watching it, subscribe to the channel, share in the comments which stone you liked most in this mandala, and if you had your own version, which ones you would choose. I look forward to connecting to you, and I'll see you in another video. Have a great day.